rounder from the Eagles in this year's draft. So just to make sure I'm not a liar about that information, put it up there graphically while you wonder, DJ, what's going on.
Two guesses from me.
Make Rich's point for him that he just made before, right?
Yeah, exactly. To me, Andre Dillard being out there, and you look at Jason Peters and his age, finding a replacement for him. I don't think they imagined Andre Dillard would be within striking distance. That would be my first choice of what they would do. The second choice, if they do believe the Oakland Raiders are going to take the running back Josh Jacobs, I could see them trying to leapfrog them. But that's not Philadelphia's way of doing business. They always go big in the first round. I think the best pass protecting tackle is still on the board.
And I tell you what, Jordan Howard, who they got in the trade, I think is one heck of a football player that wasn't utilized right last year with Chicago, but he showed first couple years of his career, 1,000-yard back-to-back seasons. He is a good back. I don't know if you have to go and reach for a Josh Jacobs here.
Look, tackle just makes all the sense.
It does make.
Yep. I like both these tackles. I like Jawan Taylor. I like Dillard also from Washington State. These two guys can really pass protect.
Okay, so now we've seen a nice little run on trades here all of a sudden. We only saw one between the Steelers and the Broncos, and that was for the 10th overall pick. But now we've gotten two trades with the Packers and the Seahawks, and now the Ravens and the Eagles. We'll find out what's going on as the Texans, as the Eagles are now on the clock right now. Charles Davis, let's get your 2 cents here, sir.
I love the idea of going big with one of those offensive tackles, but they flip it around on defense. We haven't had a safety come off the board yet. And someone to pair back there with Malcolm Jenkins, with Rodney McLeod coming off of injury, that might make some sense as well. I mean, I take it back. Savage came off the board, but we haven't had that real run on defensive backs yet either.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at your top 50 board. I mean, tons of corners and safeties are out there right now. The edge rushers and defensive tackles have been essentially picked mostly clean for you. Nobody's taken a running back or a wide receiver yet. And we're at the 22nd overall right here.
We said the value was 20 to 40 with the wide receivers and the corners. I would love to see inside Houston's draft room right now, because when that trade was announced and somebody leapfrogged and it was Green Bay, Brian Gaines probably thinking, oh no, just don't take a tackle. Right. Please don't take a tackle. Whew. We dodged that one, and now we have another trade coming up with the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see if he gets lucky twice.
Well, and I know that Jonah Williams, when the Bengals took him at 11, was announced as a tackle. You have him listed on your interior lineman board. There hasn't been a single offensive tackle taken yet that was on your top 50 board right there.
All right there.
Drew Lock is still sitting out there as a quarterback. Josh Rosen, we're assuming, is going to get traded by the Arizona Cardinals, but here we are at pick 23, 22 after Kyler Murray was traded to start, selected to start the night, and Rosen still is an Arizona Cardinal right now. As for the Philadelphia Eagles, let's get who they traded up 3 spots to go draft.
The Baltimore Ravens have traded the 22nd pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 22nd pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Andre Dillard, tackle, Washington State.
I'll tell you what, there's less room for error with the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Foles, their in case of emergency break glass guy, is gone. They've got to keep Carson Wentz upright and keep him healthy. This ensures you'll see a smooth transition whenever Jason Peters slides away. This guy's going to plug right in, and he's going to take over right where Peters left off, Coach.
I watched this guy for years, and this was my top tackle in the draft. His redirection on pass protection is uncanny for a guy his size. When you try that up and under move, he can reset right back inside. He's got long arms. He can punch. They didn't run the ball very well, or very much anyway, so you don't have a lot
Mike
of
Leach, you don't say, huh?
Yeah, not on the run blocking on film, but what you see is an elite pass protector. Look at this guy fill up the entire hallway as he walks down. He's a big man. He is long. He's a great athlete. Not a good athlete. He's a great athlete. This is a great pick.
He's somebody I think in the run game is going to get better. We saw it at the Senior Bowl. He got better each and every day when he was out there. He's a fun player to watch. You want a left tackle to look like that, move like that, play like that. He's a prototype for what you need in pass protection.
And clearly they like him. They went up to go get him, perhaps out of fear that the Texans were about to go get him. Is that the name, do you think, that the Texans heard coming back their way, and they might have said a word or two?
That's my theory. Andre Dillard, easy mover. Talked about the pass protection. He's the best pass protector in this draft. Coach mentioned about the run game. Just not a lot of experience, but he's got the strength to get better in that area. You see flashes of it. Against USC, can you get your hands on somebody, shield them, wall off? He's not going to wow you, knock guys into the ground. That's not the way he plays, but he's very athletic. Get up to the second level. He can drive guys and turn and seal, control. That's what he does. He stays attached in the run game. Now you want to try and get him with speed off the edge. He can run you around this edge and this arc all day long. It makes it look easy. At the Senior Bowl, this is against Jalen Ferguson, one of the better pass rushers in this year's draft. Just locks him up. Eventually just cry uncle, it's over. Now working against Montez Sweat. Good battle, inside move by Sweat. He redirects beautifully and covers it up. They value the trenches in Philadelphia. It's one of the reasons why traditionally a playoff team each and every year they invest in the offensive line and the defensive line. I don't know that he's going to play right away with what they have. He's not going to play, but they don't care about that. This is long-term thinking by Howie Roseman.
Ian Rappaport.
Rich, Daniel Jeremiah nailed this perfectly. One of the worst kept secrets in the entire draft was the Texans have a bad need at left tackle. Dillard was by far their guy. Eagles jumped in front of them, took the tackle they wanted. Here's something crazy. I would keep an eye on Titus Howard from Alabama State. The Texans really, really like him. Kind of unknown, surely under the radar, but one to watch.
So here we are with the 23rd.